Billiamtham has donated $100. Having less in common means you can actually have room to build things in common and share experiences together. There's nothing wrong with that.
American society.
Thank you, Billiam. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
American society in general twisted and indoctrinated their own people to destroy them from the inside. So you see a lot of confused women who wants to be a man. They don't even know what they're doing. You see a lot of confused women like you, for
Jordan
example.
Royal donated $100. Guys, don't let these women fool you. I am 36 years old and pulled a 21-year-old on Friday night. We have the same name. We have the same sign. I sealed the deal. We have been talking all day since.
Jordan, thank you, man. Appreciate it.
That's exactly what I'm saying. There's no rules. America is a chaotic society.
Okay.
Devon Jackson donated $100.
I'm pulling it back up.
What can a 35-year-old man have in common with a 30-year-old woman that he can't also have in common with a 20-year-old woman and you're an infant who's fucking 6 different men? WTF are you on?
So, okay. Let's not talk having things in common, because you're taking having things in common as meaning, oh my God, we both like going rowing.
But that's what you asked. You said, what does they have in
I
common?
meant in common as in, what is their maturity level, their mental states? Why are two people in completely different
like
age
their
range?
worldviews,
Yeah.
their values, like the deeper things that
In
would,
life.
that you would need to have present to have like a real long-term compatible relationship.
The
And
maturity.
in your 20s, you're kind of still forming it, right?
Yeah.
You're still forming your
and
worldview.
most of the time, younger people, don't have a good, sense of the world because they have less experience. And I think that if a person that's much older doesn't have that sense about them, then that's a red flag in them. Does that make sense?
Well, that's why
I don't think
you
age-
giving
I don't
advice
think
is
age-
wild as a younger person.
I don't think age defines maturity either.
But with that being said, yesterday I went out to a place in Beverly Hills, right? All the women were young, dressing beautiful, having makeup, all of them dressed sexy. And I didn't see a lot of younger guys under 50 or 45. All the guys were really older compared to, older compared to the women there. So I think in general, when you go to Miami, to New York, and I travel a lot, I think a majority of society of women in America, and men, but women specifically, it's a prostitute, OnlyFans mentality, even if they don't do OnlyFans. Because the majority here of people thinking, he's men, I look good, I got this equipment of a body, I go to hunt men with money. And women here don't want to hear or don't want to even look at men that they don't make a certain amount of money every month. They're looking for specifically older guy with money. Okay? So it doesn't matter what we say or what we talk in this podcast. In the end of the day, majority of the people in this country have no value. They traded their value a long time ago for money, specifically the women. And men, because they realize the women, they don't have a lot of marriage material women in this country, so the women in this country destroyed the men. Remember that the girl here said before, oh, we're not in the 60s, we're not in the 50s. Yes, and it's really bad because in the 60s and in the 50s, women had values. They knew how to treat a man. And I'm not saying women necessarily have to sit at home and not work and just raise the kids. You can have your career, you can be ambitious, you can do things, but still, majority of women in this country, they have a prostitute mentality, and it's really, really sad.
Okay, so we'll have a bit of an exchange now. So you were talking about maturity, right? Do you think you're more mature than Desiree?
Yes.
Well, you're 23 and she's 38.
All right, let's go back to when I said there's exceptions to every rule, and I think
right, but there's
that
it's okay to just
there's
say
exceptions to every
back
rule.
out.
Devon Jackson donated $100. Which of the 6 men you're seeing do you have deep intellectual conversations with about your stage in life and your future? Would love to know.
The 6 men I'm seeing, I'm not having relationships, like romantic relationships with. They're purely sexual relationships.
So then, is
Sexual
it better?
at one time?
Wait, just hold on.
She has them in different places.
So is it better then for an older man to strictly have casual sexual encounters with young women as opposed to a man who wanted a monogamous long-term relationship with a young woman? Which is more objectionable to you?
The monogamous relationship. I think if
Really?
people...
Wait, just to be clear.
Yes.
So a 35-year-old man who just wants to fuck an 18-year-old once and then ghost draft her is less objectionable than a 35-year-old man who has good intentions, wants to be monogamous with her, wants to be in a long-term relationship with her. No, say that. Say that. Put that out there.
Yes, because I think that a man that is a 35 targeting an 18-year-old...
Why is it targeting?
Because an 18-year-old is fresh out of
but hold
school.
on. So when you say targeting, so for example, let's say he's desirous of dating a variety of age range, all the way from 18 to 50, whatever. Would you use that framing targeting if he was wanting to date a 30-year-old?
No,
is he
okay.
targeting?
Like
is
I
this
said, you can-
disgusting
you can put
35-year-old
out-
man
you can put
targeting
out-
30-year-old women?
You can put out every like exception. I told you there's exceptions
I'm
to
not
every
making
rule.
exceptions.
You can put
So I
out
always
every
wanted
exception.
fresh young
No, but why
women.
is it
Not that-
targeting?
Men
Why is it targeting?
that specifically go after younger women.
That
That specifically have a preference for
now
younger
you're shifting
women.
the goalposts. That's not
I'm
what
not
we're
shifting the
talking-
goalposts.
You said no.
You're the one that's talking about exceptions to the rule.
I'm not. No, I'm not.
You are.
No, I'm not.
You are.
I'm saying so. Okay, I was using myself as the guinea pig.
Yeah,
and I said
and we
I would
already
date a girl from
established.
18 to 40.
We already had this conversation. I already agreed. I was like, okay, that's a little bit more valid, and I understand your preference because you have a wide age range. I literally said that,
No, but
I
if
did
I
say that.
ended up dating
Yeah.
a 20-year-old, you would object
and
to it.
I think that's weird.
Right.
I definitely think it's
Yeah,
weird.
so that's what I'm trying to have a
I
conversation.
think it's weird.
Sure,
I
let's
think it's
have a
weird.
conversation.
It depends, on the relationship, but I would think it's weird for you to be interested in somebody.
Why is
so,
it weird?
Because
It's
you're
not-
not.
it's not-
I don't
Why
know.
is that okay, but no commitment is okay? Like you're okay with
Yes.
having a relationship with no commitment at all,
Yeah.
but him having a
That's
committed
fine.
relationship with a 20-year-old, that's the
Where's the
problem?
logic?
Like,
I
explain
don't
that
have
to
it.
me.
I don't have a problem with. I don't have an issue
Wait,
with
so
sex.
just to be clear, so
the way that you guys
so
do.
You would consider
sex
like-
is more
hold on,
dirty than
stop,
relationship.
stop. Okay.
But you're
would
having- okay.
Okay, you would consider. So you're 23, you said. Okay, so it doesn't have to be me. Let's just say a 35-year-old guy. If he wanted to just fuck you and never talk to you again, totally cool. But, or perhaps less objectionable. But
objectionable.
if he wanted to be in a relationship with you and he
Weird.
had good intentions, more objectionable than just wanting to fuck you.
Weird. I think it's
I
weird. Yeah.
cannot wrap my head around that at all.
I think it's weird.
So can I ask her a question? So say you had like a daughter who's 18 years old. Would you rather her be getting fucked by 35-year-old men or have a
Yes.
a good relationship with 30?
Yes.
You'd rather her be getting
Have
fucked by
her
35-year-old
having
men.
sex with older men, but no like further relationship.
No
Just-
relationship.
I don't
purely
believe that. You just don't have kids.
pregnancy.
I mean,
No way.
I already said I don't want kids.
How
Said
can you
that.
say that? When you wake up, you're not going to have eggs. It's such a stupid
because
decision.
I have a mental illness that
Stop
a mental
saying that. You
I have a mental disorder that I think makes it
explain that.
irresponsible for me to have a
She's mentally
child.
ill, not you. You're making yourself mentally
But I
ill.
think I have a mental.
You think that you have one, or you were
No,
diagnosed?
I have a diagnosis that I think makes it
you
irresponsible.
said
for me
everyone
to have
found
a
out
child.
through
the
the internet,
doctors
right?
here, the doctors here
I just
are
wanted to bring that
idiots.
up. I thought that was
I don't
super
trust
weird.
their diagnosis. I don't think you're mentally ill. I think you're making yourself mentally ill.
Because it's trendy.
Because it's trendy. And also, here, if I go to, okay, let me tell you something. I felt one time not so good, right? Every time I went to the hospital, I had a problem with my implant. But every time I go to the hospital, they told me, oh, you have anxiety, take Xanax. You have anxiety, take Xanax. A year later, I almost died. But every time I come to the hospital, they tell me I need Xanax because I'm mentally ill. You're not mentally ill. You're a smart young woman. And if you have people around you that actually make you think that and put it into your head, you can totally change your life, change your paradigm, change how you think, and live like a normal woman. You're not crazy.
But first of all, I personally, just on a personal level, I don't want children. But again,
You're only 23. You don't know what you want when you're
Yeah,
23.
I mean, I could change my mind in the future,
Exactly.
but personally, I don't want children. But the specific disorder that I have, antisocial personality disorder, makes it very, very pretty much impossible.
You're not
to have-
antisocial. You're
Yes.
sitting here in front of many people
That's
speaking on the
not
microphone.
what it means.
Back there.
Antisocial personality disorder is just the name of the disorder. It doesn't mean you're actually antisocial. Anyways,
That's not true, but whatever.
that is true.
No.
Anyways, having this disorder means that I'm very bad at connecting with.
Vector donated $100. To the girl in black, not Morgan, you made a mistake. Replace the 6 men with one sex doll and you should be good to go.
Exactly.